What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me for another fun video on the Skooled Zone. So I've recorded 2 long walkthroughs for Fallout 4 and Battlefield 1, and I'm currently in the editing process on those. You know how it goes, editing long episodes does take a while, so what I like to do in these situations is put out shorter videos in the meantime just to keep things rolling on the channel. What I have for you today is another fun Fallout 4 Easter egg video. When I say another, this is actually part 2 of another Easter egg video I posted a year ago. I know, it's stunning that it's actually been that long. I posted a teddy bears Easter egg video about a month or 2 ago, which was also part 2 of another video I posted last year. Those are some fun episodes, so you'll have to check those out if you haven't already. I'll leave links to those in the description below and the iCard above. While those videos were focused only on those naughty teddy bears, this video, as well as part 1, focuses more on the bizarre and generally freaky Easter eggs I've found during my adventures across the Commonwealth. And I have 5 more great ones in today's video. Now, some of these you may have run across yourself, others you may not, but it'll nevertheless make a fun video. And I have so many more recorded that I've stashed away that I want to put into another video, so hopefully it won't be another year before part 3 comes out. In fact, some of the footage you'll see in this video I recorded way back when my character used to wear that glitchy chameleon armor. So if you notice during this video that the screen dims and gets bright when I crouch, it's because of that armor. I abandoned that armor a long time ago, so you won't see any of that weird flare in any of my recent Fallout 4 vids, but I just thought I'd give you the heads up on that. So let's get our freak on! I started off the last freaky Easter egg video with a nod to Gary from Fallout 3.
Gary!
Check out that video if you don't know who Gary is. Well, I ran into yet another nod to Gary in the form of those blocks that spell out his name. I found these in Vault 75, located under Maiden Middle School. This is the vault where you find the science bobblehead in the Grognak comic. Besides the example you see here, there are actually 2 more sets of blocks spelling out Gary in this vault. Pretty freaky. You know, I was thinking the other day, it would be absolutely hilarious if they made one of the Gary clones an available companion for Fallout 5. Like, you know, maybe you escape Vault 108 and travel to New Orleans or New York or wherever the next installment takes place. Leave a like if you agree. Alright, the next Easter egg I ran into was a rather freaky party scene in the bathroom at the Shamrock Tap House. You got a pig flamingo drinking out of the urinal, a mannequin is holding another one like a croquet mallet from Alice in Wonderland, another one is passed out on the floor, and another one is staring at himself in a broken mirror in the corner. You might say it was pretty trippy until you see all the drugs and alcohol on the table, and then it wouldn't be a pun at all. More like a scene out of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I mean, hey, pink flamingo, Las Vegas might not be a coincidence at all. Let me show you where it is on the map. Alright, and that was a good one. The next one is freaky in more of a gruesome way, and it can be found at Parkview Apartments, an unmarked location between Hardware Town and Diamond City. It's inhabited by some particularly morbid raiders who tend to decorate the place with decapitated heads. Here, give me a moment while I show them the same courtesy. Mincemeat. Okay, then over in this refrigerator here, they've stored some more severed heads. Just bizarre. I don't know if this is a reference to that head in a fridge meme from several years ago, or maybe that Ryan Reynolds movie, The Voices, or maybe the Raiders are just all psychopaths. Yeah, it's probably the latter. I say that as I finish up Nuke World in my next walkthrough and go on to become the Raider boss. Maybe they'll change their ways under new management, you never know. Okay, this next Easter egg is equally freaky, and it's found at the 4-leaf fish packing plant. You can kind of see where it is on the map. It's been so long I forget why I was here. It may have been because of a quest, or maybe I was grabbing the Jerky Vendor magazine at this location, I can't remember. But anyway, check this out. There is a skeleton staring into the face of another skull sitting in the urinal. How freaky is that? It's just weird, yo. You know what's funny is that if some avant-garde artist created this scene for an upscale Manhattan art gallery, the piece would probably sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, madame, this piece represents the nihilistic vision of mankind, whereas the eye sockets are the windows to the soul. Too funny. Alright, this last Easter egg actually came at the recommendation of one of my longtime viewers, Patrick York, who let me know about an underground cage match Easter egg. It's another unmarked location on the map between Faneuil Hall and Old North Church, so you can kind of see the scale. It's literally right next door to the back of Faneuil Hall. That's it right there. It's also along the Freedom Trail red line, so I must have walked right by it during those episodes I posted finding the railroad. Anyway, going down the stairs will load you right into Valenti Station. It's not very big, just 1 or 2 rooms. Here, I'll walk around and get you oriented before we go straight over to the Easter egg. Okay, and here's the scene. You basically have a mob boss and his mini-me sitting in a chair, smoking stogies and eating sugar bombs. He's even got the milk bottle in his hand. In the cage, you have 4 skeletons cramped in there, 2 of them bloody. You can even see a boxing glove on the ground and a pool cue. It's probably not a coincidence either that the cage is octagon-shaped. And then you have over here what is presumably the betting exchange counter. I forget the term for it, sports book or something. So check this out. Someone put some caps down and they got stabbed through the hand. Very mobster-like behavior. Of course, they have drugs behind the counter as well. In fact, you can find 2 bottles of Day Tripper in one of the boxes. It's quasi-rare, so it's good to know it's here. It boosts luck, so it makes sense it would be for sale at a betting scene. I actually used some Day Tripper in my Portadiner video. That was necessary as luck factors into the chance equation. I'm sure most of you have seen that video. It went hugely viral, but if you haven't, I'll leave links around. Anyway, this is a great Easter egg. Thanks again, Patrick. I'm gonna assume this is a reference to the movie or book Fight Club, but you know, it's probably also a reference to many pop culture mob references as well. Look at this guy, just fell right through the back of the chair. Freaky deaky. Alright. Anyway, thanks for joining me for some more Fallout 4 fun. I'll continue editing those longer walkthrough videos and might post some other short videos in the process. If you like these, be sure to get freaky on that like button and share the video around to anyone else you know who might enjoy it as well. And we'll see you back here next time on the Skooled Zone. Peace out!